Hi, everyone. Let me ask you a question before we start. So, how many of you know a company named Krafton? Okay, of course. So that's why you came here. I guess not many people know Krafton in America, so I just asked before I start. So first, let me introduce myself. My name is hwaeium, and I know it's hard to pronounce. So I made myself a second name, Sarah. And my friend just made this name for me, and I just like it because it's easy to pronounce. So please use it until the end of the session. And a few things about me. That's me. This is my official company profile, literally. If someone wanted to look me up on a company directory, they will find this photo. And you know what the suit I'm wearing? Yeah, I recruited him. It's a ghillie suit. If you have played PUBG before, it's kind of big deal. And just right after I joined to PUBG, which is now Krafton, they handed me the suit and really like it, so I didn't hesitate to take it. So I just took photo right away. What a welcome. And next, did you know that I was actually been here before like 7 years ago? It was Spark AI Summit, which I believe previous name of this summit. And at the time, I didn't know much. And after I joined to Krafton, they just sent me to San Francisco to attend the data conference, and I just followed. And I took a lot of photos. That's what we should do during the conference, right? And who knew that after 7 years, me standing here, speaking at conference. So thanks to Databricks and all of you for coming to hear my story. Yeah, that's enough about me. And let's talk about Krafton and its flagship game, PUBG. Guess many people here are gamer. Guess? Right. Or at least you have played Counter-Strike or Call of Duty, right? Back in 2017, we did the shooting game didn't have a genre called Battle Royale. No story mode, no cutscene, just 100 people jumping into like an island and they fight each other, and the last one survives win. Right after you start the game. That was all. And actually, that's technically challenging because 100 people joining one single map, and it's connected to a cloud, collecting data and processing it. It was challenging at the time. And even inside of the company, many people were skeptical about the success of the game itself. And you can see numbers, right? After its early access in March 2017, they sold like more than 30 million copies within just 9 months. And eventually, they sold more than like 80 million copies worldwide before they turned it to free-to-play. And that was a huge success. And guess what? The success brought a chaotic growth of the data. And the legacy data pipeline couldn't handle the load, so the team decided to build a data platform from scratch using Spark. And at the time, I was leading the machine learning team without data platform. So analytics environment was unstable, and the data was not reliable. For a long effort, after the long effort, PUBG finally had its own data platform. And that's the time I realized that the data is more important compared to the model. Back in 2022, Krafton wanted to apply PUBG's success formula to other titles, hoping to have another mega IP. So Krafton expanded and acquiring many other studios around the world. As a result, we launched a new title called Enjoy, the girl with the cat. And we're going to launch Subnautica 2 soon, like next half of the year. Yay, finally. Hope they have co-op or multiplayer, right? And of course, many others more will follow. And that expansion of the Krafton, our data team also need to grow, supporting just PUBG to powering other titles at Krafton as a platform. So we decided to have a consistent way to define a metrics, because each studio had its own logic. Even the word revenue didn't mean the same thing to everyone. Some teams measure revenue as gross, and others as net. That was hard, not because it's technical, but because it's political. It caused delays in process and inaccurate data results. Last year, my boss joined to Krafton from Epic Games, and he said, we need to build a data governance at Krafton, and that I should be the lead of it. So why? Why me? To be honest, I'm really shy, and I don't even like to talking to that many people. So no Q&A this session. I just finished it very quick. And I actually ran away from him. So half a year. I just said, okay, and forget it. And he finally pushed me to start it in this year. So I got paid, so I need to work. So I called every department leaders to send me a representative. So I run the committee now. And there were several key problems we need to solve. Access control, permission handling, and compute usage. I believe many of you already solved these problems long ago, and I think it's kind of overdue. But there's a term, better late than never, right? So I started. And we decided to use Databricks. So first, one KPI for every title. We moved our data layers to Delta Lake, which allows us to apply the same metric for every game. And second, access control. With Unity Catalog, we can give access based on who needs to see what. So, for example, HQ and studios can view the KPIs across titles, but we can limit the access to partners or external publishing platform by title or table. Third, compute governance. We introduced cluster policy to enforce the right instance types so teams don't accidentally use the wrong clusters for the wrong workload. With the governance in place, we finally had a structure. And that structure gave us something we didn't have before, visibility. So the visibility gave us a fresh look as some query dashboard was still running background using compute we didn't realize. And many batch jobs were running on all-purpose clusters. It's all-purpose, so you can run the job on that, but it's expensive. So we cleaned that up. We set simple cluster policy to stop oversized clusters and shut down unused queries. So we saved the money and got control. We also stepped back and decided to examine the whole pipeline. Many were still batch-oriented. They were slow and hard to scale. Actually, ingestion was fast, but analysis ready data set took hours, and that led delays. Plus, there were no clear boundaries between ingestion, processing, and analysis. So everything was running on the flat layer. And that led to problems. Wasted resources, job retries, and unclear ownership. So we decided to redesign the whole pipeline. We worked with Databricks Korea team to implement it. First, we adopted the medallion architecture, organizing data into bronze, silver, and gold. And here's animation. Bronze is the ingestion layer, and silver is the transformation zone, and the gold is analysis-ready data set. So the analytics team go directly to the gold storage instead of seeking data through the ambiguous and messy data set. And it also changed how we handle the long-term data set. Instead of archiving the old data to cold storage, we just leave it in the bronze layer. And that means restoring data is cheaper and simpler. Of course, it's faster. Another animation. Okay, that's streaming. So next, we applied streaming to the most critical part of our pipeline. And we didn't apply streaming to every pipeline, but we started on separating what should run every time and what doesn't. In that way, we stopped reproducing everything every time. When a terabyte scale batch file fails, recovering it takes a lot of time and a lot of money. Now, with the streaming, we can recover smaller parts incrementally. Of course, that's mostly cheaper for us. So I'm so happy to say that this new architecture brought us real impact. First, governance. With Unity Catalog, we now have secure discoverable data across all titles, studios, and regions. And cost, and performance. Thanks to medallion architecture and streaming, storage cost went down by 60%. And compute cost per job went down by 30 to 50% per. And of course, we found some cases up to 83% total monthly savings. Finally, latency. We now have near real-time analysis, powering anti-cheat and social listening. The truth is, we didn't build a perfect system, but we start from the right foot. And we'll keep fixing things one by one. Because we have a dedicated team, joined here, focused on building the right data platform for all Krafton games. As I shared my career aspiration, why I turned to data engineering scene, I've always believed that many problems track back to the data. And I'm happy to say that this journey at Krafton proved that's the case. And with Databricks as our partner, especially support from Databricks Korea team, we turn messy, unstructured data set into real impact. Krafton, we are growing and we are expanding. And we are now ready to build a right data architecture. And we are just getting started. And I'm so excited to see what's ahead. And this is all of the session and no Q&A. Thank you.